Good evening. We'll call the Monday, February 2nd, 2026 council meeting to order. If everybody would, please stand, remove your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Welcome to everybody who took the time to come out and attend the meeting this evening, and also for those that are watching online or that will be watching online, welcome. Let's see, do you have anybody? No guests out in the audience. We'll start with roll call then.
Okay. Rosenberg. Present. Myler.
Here.
Knox.
Here.
Good evening. We'll call the Monday, February 2nd, 2026
Here.
council meeting to order. If everybody would, please stand, remove your hats.
Here. Blackbird's on. Blackbird. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
He's online.
We had to turn the monitor off because it was really delayed. That's the only way.
He's got it. It's still muted.
Here. Here. Roach.
Here.
Did he have a picture? Okay, we're good.
Good evening. Welcome to everybody who took the time to come out and attend the meeting this evening, and also for those
Just
that
to
are,
let everybody know, we
watching
did upgrade
online or
all of
that
our
will be
broadcasting
watching
equipment.
online.
This is our first new
Welcome.
meeting under Boxcast through the new platform for our agenda management software. So if there are some bugs tonight, it is
Guests out
because
in
we
the
are
audience,
testing out the
we'll
new
start
screen.
with roll call then. Okay, thank you. Moving on, everybody should have received the minutes in their packet. Can I get a motion for approval for the minutes from January 20th, 2026?
Make a motion. Second.
We have a
Recording in
motion and we have a
progress.
second. Do we have any discussion or comments about the minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? He's online. Guys have it. We have no public hearings. We have no city presentations. So we will move on to the first portion of public comments. This portion of the city council meeting is reserved for any member of the public wishing to address the council. The Illinois Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 120/1 mandates no action shall be taken on matters not listed on the agenda, but council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the matter to a committee. Please provide the city clerk with your name, speak into the microphone, limit your presentation to 5 minutes, and avoid repetitious comments. Thank you. Do we have anyone wishing to make public comments during our first session? Can I get a motion for approval? If you just, please approach the mic. 26. We have a
Recording in
motion, we have a
progress.
second. Do we have any discussion or comments about the
I'm
minutes?
really just here to announce or kind of present that we are
Seeing
going to
none,
do
all in
a
favor?
faith-based peer support
Any
meeting
opposed?
this month. So all first responders, no Fallon.
Guys have it.
from police, fire, and EMS.
We have no public
We work
hearings, we
with them
have
and
no
run and
city
head up a
presentations,
faith-based peer support
so we will move on to the first portion of public comments. This portion of the city council meeting is reserved for any member of the public wishing to address the council. The Illinois Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 120/1 mandates no action shall be taken on matters not listed on the agenda, but council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the matter to a committee. Thank you for your comments. Please provide the city clerk. Do we have anyone else that would like to make public comments at this time? Limit your presentation to 5 minutes and avoid repetitious comments. Thank you. Do we have anyone wishing to make public comments during our first session?
Today is Groundhog Day.
If you just, please approach the mic.
Where Phil Connors wakes up the same damn day over and over, trapped in a loop of frustration and futility. That's exactly what it feels like being a citizen of Illinois, not Illinois, well, Illinois too, but O'Fallon and St. Clair County. We show up, we speak truth, we demand better, and nothing changes. Our supposedly elected public servants hit repeat, ignoring us while serving themselves and special interests. It's exhausting, it's infuriating, and it's got to stop. Indeed, this is the year of reckoning, of reversion. Take my proposed election integrity resolution, November 17, 2025. I presented it to this council, backed by evidence of voting machine vulnerabilities. like swappable ballot images, foreign hacks from China and Serbia, and undisputed discrepancies in St. Clair County 2022, 23, 24, and 25 cast vote records. I followed up with presentations, data analyses, whistleblower affidavits, expert testimony, and even a festive Christmas poem urging support for hand-counted paper ballots and transparency. What happened? Crickets. No debate, no vote, no action. So like Phil Connors reliving Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney, we're stuck year after year with rigged systems where algorithms and insiders pick winners, not we the people. But it's not just elections. Look at the Villas project in South Lincoln. Residents beg you to address traffic dangers on narrow streets, yet the council delayed and pushed forward anyway, prioritizing developer over safety. The same is now happening for the shops at Pierce, solar farms, and countless other projects around the city. What about the $275 million development where neighbors fought back against unchecked growth only to be steamrolled? These decisions aren't accidents, they're choices against public good. Why do our public servants behave this way? Simple, they're not accountable to we the people. Low voter turnout because people have just given up, gerrymandered districts that dilute voter power and skew representation, and rigged voting machines that keep you all insulated. It seems like our public servants are beholden to donors, corporations, and special interests who fund campaigns and pull strings behind the scenes. If elections were truly fair, public servants would fear the ballot box. But as it stands, you don't give a damn because the system is designed to protect you, not the people. That will change. In other news, if anyone thinks the 2020 election is ancient history, think again. Just last week, on January 28th, the FBI raided Fulton County's elections hub in Georgia, seizing all 2020 ballots, voter rolls, and digital records in a court-authorized search tied to ongoing fraud investigations. In fact, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, was even on site overseeing the operation. At the next council meeting, I'll educate you on why the ODNI's presence was important. In addition, the DOJ has revived lawsuits demanding voter data from other states, and investigations are ramping up in Minnesota for election and financial fraud. It's only a matter of time until the boom is lowered on the corruption in Illinois. These actions scream that the fight for truth and justice is alive, exposing the rot that lets our local servants like ours ignore us without consequence. So, when will the people of O'Fallon see their shadow and emerge from the endless winter of apathy? Very soon, I predict. The truth always comes in on a donkey, and justice grinds slow but fine. There are over 33,000 sealed federal indictments in Illinois alone. We have it all, and the machines will fall, and the elections conducted on these instruments of war against American sovereignty may indeed be null and void. Soon the truth will be undeniable, and we will break the loop and step into a season of freedom and liberty where government represents the people once again. Let's make this Groundhog Day the last one we relive. Vote on the proposed election integrity resolution. Serve the public now. Thank you for your time, consideration, and God bless.
Thank you for your comments. Do we have anyone else that would like to make comments?
Vern Moore, Ward 3. Appreciate all the information I just heard. Thank you. And still continuing on Groundhog Day. It's interesting. Anyway, I'm here to inform and enlighten on the budget money that you're spending this time. $1,235,654.99. We had an Amazon bill of $3,000. Of course, you've had, I believe, the Burns and Brown for the Jones, Burns and Jones for the turf on the field is appropriated and is budgeted, but still $48,400 and change. The IT department renewed their cloud stuff for almost $12,000. We the park is planning ahead for winter and summer. Went out and purchased $8,660 in uniforms. We have Dig Smart. You renewed their contract with them for $9,000. Durkin Equipment we're hauling away a waste again service for, cleanup on aisle 7, I guess, for $7,800. Hanks Excavating is under contract, I believe, for doing the work for the Wood Stream Sewer Project and the Cherry Street drainage for $553,000 and change. Muir Brothers trumps our trees for us for $18,800 and change. We have Midwest Supply, what's some more supplies from Midwest for too numerous to number, but $16,000 and change. The municipal equipment also, a terminal pump for, I guess, to pump your fuel for $58,000. And question on that is, I didn't see anything come through the system. I thought you had to have a PO on that or something when you spend over $5,000 for an item. I didn't see anything on the budget listing for that one. Then we have the O'Fallon Investment people. They got a investment partnership, $17,000 and change. You poured some ready-mix concrete this past month in the nice weather we had. It was $5,000 for that. Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, a graduate assistance intern, I guess. You must be running somebody through an intern program or something for $7,558.70. I am hoping if this individual is taking this course, and the city has something to do to make sure when the person gets this degree or whatever, that he at least stays and works for the city for a couple years before he moves on to greener pastures, if that could occur. And then, of course, TWM, we have the Highway 50 project and the shape of the use package for them was $15,527 and change. Just a few notes. I see I'm running a little short on time, but there's 5 minutes yet to go. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Would anybody else like to make public comments during our first session?
Hello, my name is Mary Jordan, Ward 3, and first of all, I'd like to thank you all for changing the meeting time to 6 o'clock. Makes it easier for, I think, a few of us to show up. And I have a question. I think this might need to go to public safety, but I'm wondering if the city owns any flock cameras, and if you don't know what they are, they're license plate readers. I know there's some in Shiloh at the Green Mountain Crossing, and the reason I'm a little concerned about this is they've been making the news for some of their practices for how and what information they share on people. It's not always targeted. So as we know, these technologies are becoming more prevalent. These are all over Illinois. And as a community, as we move forward, I just think we need to take thought into what information it's picking up, what we're sharing. And I know there's a balance between public safety and privacy, but I think it's something that we all need to think a little bit about because it's sort of the way of the future. And as a community, it's just something, how do we want to move forward? And that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Would anybody else like to make public comments during our first session? Seeing none, we will close that and move on to 5, the clerk's report.
Mayor, I have a couple items tonight. One requires a vote, the other one is information only. The first one is the VFW Post 805 is requesting a roadblock to be held on Saturday, March 21st, 2026, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at State and Lincoln. And we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Do we have any discussion on 5.1? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mylar.
Yes.
Knopf.
Yes.
Stoffel.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Fleming.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Newcomb.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Vorse,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative?
The other item I just wanted to mention is for the March 17th general primary election, early voting's going to start on February the 5th through the 16th. If you want to go to the courthouse in Belleville, second floor, 8:30 to 5. And then there will be voting at local early voting at the O'Fallon Township, various days, various times. You can go to the St. Clair County Government Department, County Clerk, go to their website. They're the election authority, and it's got all the hours when you can vote early. But that's just coming up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Just for the record, 5.1 did pass. That's all we have for the clerk's report. We will now move on to the mayor's report. I want to talk a little bit about the snow removal and give you some information. Special thanks to our Parks Director, Andrew Dahlner, and our Public Works Director, Jeff Taylor, and their entire team that gave up many hours working around the clock. Jeff said they averaged 28 workers, and we had an additional 12 supplemented in from parks. We had 685 hours of overtime, 168 regular hours. They had over 14 pieces of equipment out. They traveled an estimate combined of over 5,000 miles plowing roads. They used 205 tons of salt, and anytime we had concerns or we needed assistance either with public safety, whatever we needed to keep our routes clear, Jeff and Andrew, like I said, their team did an amazing job. We received a lot of positive feedback. Sometimes we're on the other end in these weather events, but it was very nice that people took the time to thank these guys for and their team for all the work they did. So great job. Okay, 6.2, Together O'Fallon, a public library workshop on February 5th, 2026 at 6 p.m. at the KC Hall. 6.3, we had the third annual Polar Pub Crawl on February 7th, 2026, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the downtown district. 6.4, the city offices will be closed February 16th, 2026, in observance of President's Day. Our next council meeting will be Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at 6 p.m. And 6.6, we have the Empty Bowl Luncheon on February 17th, 2026, beginning at 11 a.m. at the Regency Conference Center. The cost of entrance is $15. We do have some of the bracelets for sale here at City Hall. It's a great event where the proceeds go to assist the food pantry. So that is all I have for the mayor's report. We're going to move on to 7 resolutions. Mr. Parchman, 7.1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution to enter into an agreement with BSNA Software LLC for ERP services not to exceed $264,215.
Second?
We have a motion and we have a second. Do we have any discussion on 7.1? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Lots,
Yes.
Stoffel,
Yes.
Carney,
Yes.
Foley,
Yes.
Roach,
Yes.
Newcomb,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Blackburn,
Yes.
Vorse,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Parchman,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Rosenberg,
Affirmative?
Ballard.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Moving on to 7.2, Mr. Rosenberg, please.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Gonzalez Companies LLC, pardon me, for the Elizabeth Drive drainage study in the amount of $49,420.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Do we have any discussion or comments on 7.2? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Stoffel,
Yes.
Carney,
Yes.
Foley,
Yes.
Roach,
Yes.
Newcomb,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Blackburn,
Yes.
Vorse,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Parchman,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Rosenberg,
Affirmative?
Ballard,
Yes.
Lots.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Moving on to 7.3, Mrs. Lotz, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that we approve a resolution approving a preliminary plat for the development known as the Shops at Pierce.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Do we have any comments or questions on 7.3?
Since it's kind of paired with 9.1 theoretically. I just want to say for me, I still have a personal preference to medical office traffic versus gas station traffic. But what I do want to say is it seems that Meyer is seeing this business plan with the building, their shop, and then the gas station to be quite successful and value added for them, obviously, but for our customers and the communities that they're part of, and what ultimately we want for our community and for that location and all of the tenants there is for them to be successful. That's what's best for O'Fallon. So I'm just looking forward to the future community partnerships with Meyer, specifically for our park system and our school districts.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Does anyone else have any comments regarding 7.3?
I am going to continue to hold faith with the folks in Ward 6 and vote against this, but that's the reason.
Okay, Mr. Campbell, thank you for your comments. Does anyone else have any additional comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Carney.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Roach.
No.
Newcomb.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Force.
No.
Campbell.
No.
Parchman.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Mylar.
No.
Lotz.
Yes.
Stoffel.
No.
9-5.
Okay, 9.5, the motion carries. We do not have any ordinances for first reading, so we will move on to ordinances for second reading. Mrs. Lotz, please, 9.1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that we approve on second reading an ordinance amending Ordinance 623, zoning of the City of O'Fallon, Illinois, development known as the Shops at Pierce, located at 700 Pierce Boulevard, parcel ending in ID number 113-001.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Do we have any comments or discussion on 9.1? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Feldman.
Yes.
Roach.
No.
Newcomb.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Recording in progress.
Force.
No.
Campbell.
No.
Parchman.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Mylar.
No.
Lotz.
Yes.
Stoffel.
No.
Carney.
Yes.
Can you, can you ask Jim Blackburn again? He's back.
Yeah, I lost connection. I'm a yes.
He said yes.
He said yes.
Yeah.
I thought I heard it.
He did.
9-5.
Okay, vote was 9-4, 5 against. Or, I'm sorry, 9-5. Motion carries. Okay, at this time, we don't have any other ordinances for second reading. We will move on to the second portion of our public comments. I'm not going to reread the instructions that I read before the first public comments, but the same rules and guidance apply. Does anyone want to make any comments?
Vern Ware, Ward 3. Appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. Refreshing for reviewing my list of things I continue to bring up to you. For example, a stop sign for Vincent's and Scott Troy Road until statistically somebody dies there, they'll finally fix it. Just pointing it out to you. Of course, it's kind of hard to paint the stripes down the roads in town here, but hopefully something will be taken place this spring on that regard. I noticed the public professional parking lot out there behind Starbucks and behind that field, that trying to access the back way into Ace Hardware and whatever is very, I don't know who owns that or if it's privately owned or whatever, just food for thought if somebody can at least patch the holes in the road out there so people can be able to drive on it. And I was wondering if, I noticed a lot of students parking out at the Katie Caven's Community Center parking lot. And I noticed that a lot of them are parking in the same spots all the time. And I was just wondering if there's a deal cooked between the city and the schools that cities allow the schools to use that property for students to park their cars. Question. In regards to the City Fest, I have not heard anything from the pulpit in regards to how much the $100,000 that's in the pot. I recently was visited by my home by an ex-city official who's going to explain to me how this occurs and how it happens. I'm finding out now that we have $117,000 in the pot, and I was wondering how that money is going to be doled out in regards to the 250th celebration we're going to have here, and I think it's going to be used for that, but I'm not for sure. And is it going to be transparent where this money goes? And I'm just trying to figure out why somebody had to come to my house and tell me how this occurred when I can't hear it from up there. And I don't even know when you're having the meetings because it's not posted on your website. I can't find it anywhere. I mean, it should be in your little calendar crooks that you got. But hey, no go. Maybe you can answer some questions for me. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Recording
comments.
in
Does anyone
progress.
else have any questions? Seeing none, we will close the second session of public comments, and we will move on to staff and council member comments. We'll start with our city administrator, Mr. Grant Lidikin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do have a list tonight of some questions I can answer. We'll start with the questions regarding the warrant. Burton Jones is the contractor we use for turf at our sports park. They've installed every turf field we've used out there thus far. Currently, we're undergoing fields 9 and 10, which are soccer fields, and Andrew in our Parks Department has designed them to be able to transition into a baseball, softball fields as well, so we can double use those two new fields. You'll also see the parking lot under construction in that northeast corner. Parks uniforms, we had our budget meetings today. We'll continue them tomorrow before we present to the council, but all of the parks programs, those uniforms, basketballs, soccer balls, equipment are built into the fees, and so those are all cost neutral. The users that sign up, you'll see those in revenue and expenditures in our parks departments. Upgrading some equipment, DigSmart is the program we use for all our utility locates. As a utility provider in the state of Illinois, we are required by law to locate any utilities in the ground. If you speak to Jeff Taylor, fiber lines, as you guys have seen in the right-of-way, are keeping us very busy. We usually have almost 2 to 3 employees around the clock doing locates for utilities all the time. Hanks is a contractor working on the Wordstream bypass and the North Cherry project. An update on OneStream is they are boring underneath the railroad tracks and they are making progress, and so we're happy to see that. With North Cherry, with the snow and wintertime, it has almost came to a complete stop until the winter breaks, and my time's up. No, I'm just kidding. Murr Brothers is one of our tree removal services. We had some trees we had to take down. You will see shortly in our budget presentations that we will insource a lot of those tree removals with the urban forestry position we've discussed previously in council and committee meetings. We do have an SIUE graduate school intern through the SIUE MPA, so the master's program. We have a number of people that fulfilled that position and then upon graduating with their masters have become full-time employees. In fact, Cameron DeWitt is a former intern through SIUE, and I, 15 years ago, served in that position as an intern and have been here ever since. So we have been very successful in that program and growing our own. The Highway 50 Shared Use Path is the same project we've discussed many times in these meetings. We received a $3 million grant to help us with that. We've discussed a stop sign at Old Vincennes Trail numerous times, and as mentioned, there has been multiple traffic studies that show that a lighted intersection is not warranted at that intersection. Thank you for the code enforcement submission for Southview on potholes. We will start a case and get that followed up on. There is no deal between the city and the schools for parking at Katie Caven's. Those are public parking lots, and just like every other public parking lot in the city of O'Fallon, unless the car is broken down or abandoned, They are free to use that parking. City Fest money, we've discussed here again multiple times in committees and councils. That money was deemed to be city funds, and the way it was solicited and collected and ran through the city's FEIN number and under the bank accounts. We are meeting with some members of the group that used to be City Fest, as well as Historical Society, the Daughters of the American Revolution, and the Sons of the American Revolution, and other volunteers. So many of those dollars will be used for our 250th anniversary of America's celebration coming up July 3rd. By the end of the week, we should have our announcement out, as well as opportunities for vendors and different community users to attend and sell their goods and wares. This will be an event that is for O'Fallon. We will have many businesses and volunteers available, and they can come and participate. The day will end with our traditional fireworks display and the planting of a Liberty tree at the sports park at sundown. Lastly, with flock cameras, there was a question, do we have them? The answer is no, the city does not own any flock cameras. What the city does have is a number of license plate readers, what we call LPRs. Even though we use these and we log into them with our police department, the city does not own license plate readers. These are all through federal governments. The DEA is the owner of these cameras. The city does not own any flock cameras or the LPRs, even though we do utilize them for public safety needs from time to time. Lastly, you did stump me on the terminal pump, and so I will turn it over to Jeff and Sandy to explain what that is and why we spent the money on that.
Yes, so it was Municipal Equipment Company. It is for a pump for a terminal lift station. That is what pumps the sewage to the wastewater treatment plant. The amount we paid for it was a little over $58,000. It was in the budget under the large spend detail. It was called wastewater treatment plant terminal pump replacement, and it was budgeted for $100,000. It was a CIP item number 26-22. So with that, those do not come back before the council for approval.
Thank you, Jeff. And as you can imagine, the terminal pump at the wastewater treatment plant is one we don't want to have go out. So with that, Mr. Mayor, my comments are done.
Thank you. Does anybody on the dais have any comments they'd like to make? Seeing none, we will close out the council member comments, staff and council member comments. We will now move into our committee reports. We'll start with community development. Mrs. Lotz, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have met since our last council meeting. The draft minutes are attached, and we are scheduled to meet next on February 9th at 6 p.m., but check the website in case that time changes, which it often does.
Thank you. We'll move on to Public Works. Mr. Rosenberg, please.
Thank you, sir. We did meet January 26th. The draft, the draft minutes are attached. Everything that we needed to take care of has been taken care of. And the next scheduled meeting is February 23rd at 7 p.m. But check the website because times do sometimes slip.
Thank you. Moving on to public safety, Mr. Blackburn said he was able to give us the report. So, Jim, if you're ready, please proceed.
For now, public safety has not met since the last council meeting. Our next meeting is scheduled for Monday, February 9th at 6:30, and I do believe we will be holding a meeting this next week. So,
thank you. Moving on, Parks and Environment, Mr. Vorse, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This committee has not met since the last council meeting, so our next scheduled meeting is next Monday, February 9th. Check the website for details.
Thank you. Moving on, Finance and Administration, Mr. Parchman, please.
Thanks, sir. I'd like, we've got 16.1. The minutes are attached, so if you have any questions on that, but all items have been taken care of. And then we do have one item for approval, which would be 16.2, warrant for approval. So I'd like to make a motion to approve warrant number 576 in the amount of $1,235,654.99.
We have a motion and we